Hi, folks. Greg Miller from Dance Parade here. I'm the director of the nonprofit that produces the parade, the festival, and the community engagement programs. And you're going to hear about all of that. And really, this meeting is about how to dance parade. Our theme this year, the advocacy that we have going on, and the education programs, and then getting into logistics, basically on how to bring sound into the parade and into the festival. I would ask that everybody mute themselves if you could, please. I hear a little background. There. Great. All right. These are the things that we'll be covering tonight. Um, we'll do a land acknowledgement. We will go over our mission, activities, and history. Talk about our paid teaching and performance opportunities, and then get into the details of the 18th annual parade and festival happening May 18th. Um, we have a confirmation process that worked pretty well last year, and then we'll go into some of the benefits about being involved, how to promote the event, our timeline, and we're really excited about this event, March 10th, which gives everyone a taste of what we do and walks us through the history of what we do. Um, so first off, a land acknowledgement. Dance Parade acknowledges that we exist on the unceded territory of the Lenape peoples. We honor their land, air, water, and people, past, present, and future. Our mission is to promote all forms of dance. You'll see everything under the sun. We try to have as many cultures as possible represented. Um, we have unusual street dances, unusual contemporary. Hopefully, people will learn something. We always do every year. We believe that live dance can awaken a communal human spirit and has the potential to create a more equitable and vibrant society. So we really do three things. We started as dance advocates to protest the New York City cabaret law. There was a lot of press about dance revolution, that we can now dance. And not many people knew that it was illegal to dance without a license. So we have been doing the Parade and Festival for 18 years. We also do education in all five boroughs and plan special events as well.
Chicken some bragi with a white rice. Nilulusog agad.
Okay, background people.
Thank
We
you.
can hear everybody. Can we? I'm not sure. I'm going to ask Paige, maybe, if you wouldn't mind muting.
Sorry.
No problem. Here we are with our history. Um, the cabaret law was enacted in 1926. It was a Prohibition era time. There was no dancing unless you had a license, and it was considered systemic racism. If you don't notice racism, and it doesn't affect you, then you will maybe not realize it. But it has been affecting our marginalized communities for quite some time. In 1961, the zoning laws were enacted to restrict dancing in over 80% of the city. Um, we had a case happen in 2006 in which dancers were brought to the state Supreme Court, or they brought the city actually to the court to contest the dancing rules. And we actually lost that case. We went on to do the dance parade. We do the community engagement programs. We have programs for older adults. We go into schools, and we have parks and recreation center programs as well. We did repeal the cabaret law, and thank you to those on the call. Ali Coleman was with us as we were on stage here at, I think it was Club Elsewhere with the mayor, in 2017. Um, but we did not fix the zoning laws because the city council did not have the authority to do that. We went into the pandemic and we actually made a film. We like to refer to it as the resilience of dance through the pandemic. We captured the stories of what was happening to the dance community, the rehearsals, and interviewing people. And we'll tell more of that story on March 10th with our theatrical event that we're doing, Taste of a Dance Parade's showcase. And then we have this Dance Free NYC campaign, and it's also the name of the. Um, oh, oh, I am trying to switch slides here. I have to hit escape. Okay. It's the name of our season, Dance Free NYC. We just had a few weeks ago a city planning commission meeting, and we are hoping that they vote to approve the City of Yes campaign. It's not just about dancing, it is affecting all across the city, all kinds of ways in which zoning for economic opportunity will be adopted. It'll make our city more modernized and allow for more opportunities. So, with the Dance Free NYC event, that is our 18th, we will feature four grand marshals. Brenda Buffalino from the American Tap Dance Foundation. She was co-founder of that, a trailblazer in American tap history. Really was the first to present tap dance as a collective choreography for several dancers, and in a performance way. Charles Little Buck Riley, for Jukin. He comes from Memphis and has made this style, has developed the style to its current status. Martha Zarate Alvarez is a Mexican folklorist, and we've been working with her for many years. And Norman Siegel, who helped us get the first parade permit in 2007, and he will be very useful if we have to sue the city if the city council does not reform the zoning laws in April. And we hope to see three of them at the March 10th event. Okay, the parade day. I know Saif Leshaw's on the call. Saif, are you comfortable? Do you want to? I know you're just getting used to dance parade, but if you'd like to walk us through what happens, we have the map on the next slide.
Yeah, I'm happy to, Greg.
Great.
So a super quick overview. We will be checking in on the corner of 17th and 5th Avenue. So that's where you will all go to get your badges, check in with our team, make sure that we know that you're here. And then vehicles that anyone who is registering a vehicle, not a float, those vehicles will be located one block up on 18th Street. And we will ask that the dancers and vehicles stay separate until we zip at the parade start. So if you need to do setup and stuff up there, then we would ask the dancers to return down to the dancer block. And then if you'll notice on the other side of 18th Street, that's where all the floats are. So basically the vehicles and the floats will come down 6th Avenue. The dancers will come across 17th Street. And where you see those dancer step off lane is where we will match you up back up with your vehicle.
Great. Thanks, Saif. So good to have you back.
To be back this year again.
Yeah. This is a map of the overall event. As Saif mentioned, we start at 17th and 6th Avenue, or Avenue of the Americas. We go down south across 14th Street, and let's see. As we go down, there's no crosstown traffic. But as we go east, there is north-south traffic. We can't shut down the entire city with traffic, so we do try to have people dance as a moving choreography in between the blocks, but then when it gets to the light going east-west, we have to stop and wait. And it's just safer that we don't dance through the big avenues. But as we approach Astor Place, you'll be greeted by our grandstand. And I know Dana, I saw Dana on the Zoom. I know you're not doing grandstand, Dana, but would you like to explain what happens there?
Sure. So at the grandstand at Astor Place, all the dance groups have an opportunity to showcase their choreography for 40 seconds. There are bleachers, as you can see on the map right here. There are a big set of bleachers on either side of the street, and we have lots of different people sitting there. It could be your families. We have VIPs, media. And if you'd like to get a ticket for your family to sit in the grandstand, it's on the website. Just look for this page called Grandstand. But at the grandstand, you get to perform and you get to do your choreography. You get to play your own music the same way you've been playing it throughout the whole parade and dance it out. There'll be an MC who will introduce you. And from there, you step on through, keep dancing through the rest of the parade, and end up over at Tompkins Square Park.
Hooray! Um, and we don't have Jamila or anybody on the park team tonight, I believe. I could be wrong, but I will give you an overview. This is Tompkins Square Park, and the parade comes through 8th Street to the left side of the screen. You see here, 8th Street. The vehicles turn up here and disembark mostly between Avenues A and B on 10th Street. The floats, we've had, let's see, 30 floats last year. They all went north and then parked up between 10th and 12th or 10th and 14th. And then at 3 o'clock, the festival begins. And we have a main stage here with about 120 chairs set up. A community stage that used to be called Family Stage is the home for our community engagement groups, and you'll hear a bit about that. I don't think we have Carly on, right? She's in Belize right now. We have a teaching stage where you can take a 45-minute class or teach a 45-minute class. And then a social stage, which is kind of like a party area for DJs and live music, possibly an aerial rig as well. And then surrounding the middle of the park, these are experience dance booths. We have about a half of them allocated at the moment. It's a way to promote dance. And let's see. Oops, I think I clicked on the wrong button there, Paige. Sorry, you could send me that request again. I just saw that pop up. These are 10 by 10 tents that come with tables and chairs, and we'll have folks there like the Queensboro Dance Festival, various sponsors, but basically, you know, we like to think of that as a community information. And I'm going to ask Victor to mute. Okay. And then another ring we have here in the red stars, these are site-specific performances. So we'll have Buto dancing, Philippine style dancing, and live music, and just ways to kind of create a spectacle in the park. So you turn a corner and then you get kind of this magical performance or interactive experience with a group. And so the festival is something that you apply for. The deadline is supposed to be March 1st, which is coming up in a few days. If you haven't applied yet, we can send you a link. We're also looking to work with the Joyce Theater Foundation, who's just bought the building across the street here in the northwest corner. It's now called the New York City Creativity, or I'm sorry, the New York City Center for Dance and Creativity. Some people call it Joyce Studios. So it's 6 floors of studios, and we hope to rent the whole building and provide studios for free dance lessons. We generally try to pay artists a stipend for their performances and for their teaching. So we would love to try to promote dance as much as possible by doing that. And escape. Okay. Oh, I get in this thing. I'm caught up in the actual slideshow here. Oh, that would be a shame if I had to end. Let's see. I need to view the slide only. And now, there we go. Yes, parade floats. It is possible to have one of these beautiful floats. Janelle is on the call, maybe, or I really should know who's on the call a little bit better. But we have a person who is a float design expert who can work with groups to put together these types of floats. With you can choose your colors and put logos and things, and it's basically a moving stage. So you can have a sound system, a live band, or whatnot. But they're rather expensive. They start around $3,000 because it includes not only the design but the operation of these things. But it makes it really easy to have a moving stage in the parade. On a smaller budget scale, we have sound pods, and we have only purchased about 16 of them. These are custom-made devices. They're weather proof and Bluetooth enabled speakers that are very loud and raised above the heads of people to allow for better sound spreading of sound. And they'll be a little lower this year, just to be more stable. And that's available on our website as well. We would love for folks to get social with us. And once you are registered, we would love for you guys to post onto your social media. Sorry, I was just checking here. And we have hashtags DanceFreeNYC, which is the theme this year. Dance Parade NYC, which is generally our hashtag for all of our social media channels. And then Culture for All. And you can put your hashtag too, so we can all be connected. Basically, we have these dates and deadlines. We have a bunch of meetings still ahead. We ask that people just attend one meeting, so they kind of get this overview. And March 1st is the deadline to register. You guys mostly are probably registered, but if not, we should do that soon. And then we're going to ask, let's see, I hear some background noise. Can I mute this person? Oh, okay, went away. We're going to ask also for people to register their individuals, and that can be done up until May. So there's a link there in your automatic email that you got when you registered, and you just send that to your group. They get registered. They'll get the information about if there's any change in the event. We don't anticipate changes. There's no postponement in case it rains. If it's heavy rain, we might have to cancel for safety reasons. But basically, the show goes on. Sunday, March 10th is the Taste of Dance Parade Showcase. And we are super excited to feature all of these groups in a theater and tell the story of Dance Parade. So we want to share some video about the early days and see some live performances and meet our grand marshals. Super excited to have Brenda Buffalino, Martha Zarate, and even Norman Siegel with us that evening. That's coming up in just about, I would say, 10 days from now. After that, we have an event at the National Arts Club, which is near Gramercy Park. We'll be stepping through the history of Dance Parade again, but really with the focus on stepping, tap dance, and flamenco. We want to have all the vehicles registered by April 30th. We'll make the lineup and distribute the times using a confirmation method of DocuSign. So basically you'll have one chance to adjust the schedule. We'll say, we try to make the order such that the festival participants go first in the parade. And then so you'll get the step-off time of the parade and you'll get your performance time at the festival if you're doing that. And you can confirm it by just a couple clicks. And then we might have to adjust things, and then you'll get another DocuSign for the final times. And that's to avoid the chaos of, logistical changes. So we are clear. We try to stagger the times so that you don't have to wait around at the parade, which starts at 1 p.m. on Saturday, May 18th. And also prior to Saturday, the Wednesday, you're all invited to the press conference we have on the steps of City Hall. That will be attended by the press. It'll be a chance for our grand marshals to speak, and we'll have some dancing. We haven't decided at what kind of dancing there will be. There's no sound on the steps of City Hall because people are working inside, so they have a strict no sound policy, no drumming or music. But we like to start with dancing instead of talking because we're dancers. We don't have an after party planned just yet, but we have had one in other years, and we're super excited to work with you all. That was the overview that was done in about 20 minutes. Would love to see who might have questions, and maybe we could have other people from Dance Parade say hello first before we get into the questions, just so you know who's on the call.
I'm driving, but I'll start.
Yep.
Hi, everyone. This is Ali Coleman. I have a group in the parade called House Coalition. We've been part of the parade since the first parade. A few years into the parade, I started taking on more, work in the parade to help organize and just whatever is needed. I'm always about it. I usually am a big part of the after party and stuff. So, as Greg said, we still are working on those. I got some lines in, so we're still working on the after party and super excited. Dance parade season, and I'm driving a car, so I better stop talking now.
And thank you for the floats and all the years ever since the beginning. House Coalition has always had a float and a great, incredible part of the parade with so much energy, and that's in part to You, my friend, Ali, you're such a loving, beautiful person, and you create that vibe. It's amazing.
Takes one to know one. Takes one to know one.
Great. Should we open up for questions? One of the things we find is getting sound is the biggest challenge if you haven't done the parade before. Should we take questions about sound? Anyone? You can unmute. And if there's no questions about sound,
Hi,
hello, Paige. Hi, how are you?
how you doing? I had a question. I wanted to know maybe a little bit more about uh the float creation process, like how exactly that goes. Are there like option A, B, C for a float? Because I know it starts at 3,000, but like as somebody who maybe never got a float before, like what exactly does that process look like?
Sure. Um, can I share my screen again? I'm going to take you to danceparade.org/floats. Um, Let me just see if I can do that. Share screen. Here we go. And this is the page. Basically, when groups register, they say, do you want to have a float in the parade? And they get this link. These are some examples, but basically you fill out this form. Janelle would work with you to try to get the images the way you want them, the colors, and if you have a theme of the float. Here we have three sizes, basically 24 feet, 28, or 32. They are pulled by a pickup truck. People generally put their things in the back of the pickup truck, and that's where the generator is to separate the generator that powers a sound system. We also have a let's see down here, different sound systems which you could order through us, or to save money you could bring your own. But we have vendors basically install the sound system. We recommend the standard 4-speaker system. This one is for DJs with CDJs, and live music is generally about that same price as well, because live music can be, but to have a backline and connecting all the different instruments to speakers is a bit of a complicated thing.
So it would be the top price plus the sound price.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then, and so what we recommend, what, House Coalition does is they get sponsors to take on the price, and then they generally, can enjoy the float, and they just have the logos and their sponsorship messages on the float. This is what a plain float looks like before it's designed.
Mm-hmm.
There's different configurations. This is like the back of the float, so it's being pulled this way, and this is where we might have a grand marshal stand up here, or DJs are often up here. There's railings for safety, and there's different ways to do it. I belong to a community called the Five Rhythms, and they like it very sleek and simple. They have just two colors. You could probably have three or maybe even four, but they have black and gold to kind of match their website, and it's beautiful. It's not cluttered with signs, and it just says Five Rhythms, and it's just, they have that as the backdrop for their wild dancing, and they go nuts.
Okay.
Yeah,
And there's a deadline for a down payment, I
that's
think
right.
somewhere here.
Thank you, Paige. Yes. Um, $500 is a deposit that we need by, I think it's the 21st of March.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you get an opportunity to like see it beforehand, possibly like to try to like arrange your dancing life together?
It's possible. We go through a company in New Jersey, and they do like ton of events. It's the most reputable, longest standing company in the Northeast, and they when you go to their facility, they have like just dozens and dozens of floats everywhere, and it's like a huge factory. Basically, there's workers going everywhere, painting signs, printing signs, putting up the colors and everything. And we're just one of many events. I think there's a Turkish American parade that's generally on the same day, the third Saturday in
Mhm.
May, and they have like 20 floats. So, um,
Okay.
yeah,
So they would
it's
let us come over to the warehouse.
right. But we would need the problem is we would need payment, I think, by the 30th, or we need all the designs by the 15th. Janelle Issis is 7 months pregnant right now, and
Oh.
we could probably hand off to Ali Coleman if we had like an emergency. Um,
So
Yes.
it's designs by the 15th, down payment, and then the
right.
full rest of the payment end of March.
It could
No,
be
the rest
it
of the
could be
payment
April
was
15th.
April. Yeah, April.
Oh,
Yeah,
April. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yep,
Okay, gotcha. Thanks.
sure, and happy to connect with you
Hey,
later.
Greg. Oh, yeah.
I've heard so many good things about the Kingdom Dance Company, and
Oh, thanks
can't
so
can't wait to.
much.
We really hope we can support, you know, promoting your other events on social media and finding ways to, elevate
Yeah,
you.
yeah. We are now, my company is getting our media decks together. So we are pulling our old dance parade videos so we can promote and do a good promotion for you guys. And also, if anybody on the chat or in any, upcoming meetings going forward, if they are perplexed, confused, or needing a brainstorming buddy on how to move and dance during the parade, I'm also always available to kind of take your dance form and help you guys move it along and move it on down the road. So if anybody needs to reach out to me, we are the Kingdom Dance Company, and I'm Queen Tut, and I'm always here. So yeah.
Awesome, Queen Tut. Thank you so much. And we have a really nice participating number of people tonight. Wanda Winters, I'm not sure I've met you, but the Pythons drill team sounds amazing. Um, we have Anastasia and Valerie and Pam from Make ID Restaurant and
I
Make
see Kings and
Pie.
Queens Radio. Long
Oh,
time, long time
Yeah,
for the parade.
yeah. My name is Shay Bernhardt, and I'm the new manager for King and Queen Radio. And of course, we've been part of this for what, going on 6 years now, and
amazing.
really looking forward to working with y'all. And I mean, certainly we're going to be pushing it on our radio program and on our podcasts. So,
Welcome to have
and
you. Tell me your name again. Sorry, just so
my
I.
name is Shay Bernhardt.
Shay. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you, Shay. Greg.
Yeah, great. Glad to meet you. We've spoke a little bit. I'm
Nice. Awesome. Well, great to have you. Um, We have Emily Ritter from Shot of Scotch. Always kind of giggle at that name of the dance company for Scottish country dancing, Highland dancing. Does anyone else have any questions?
Hi, I'm new. I'm new to the this is Anamita. I have a question. Uh, when you when if you dance in the parade, are there different kind of uh when you sign up, or if you want to do like teaching or want to do the festival or dance in the parade, does everybody have when you dance in the parade, do you dance in the festival? Do you teach? How does that work in terms of tiers or to sign up or send the application out? So can you send an application out just for teaching a workshop, or do you have to send an application for dancing in the parade, and then are the different applications for different of the different events, or is just one big, like, you know what I mean? Can you decide which event you want to do, or how does that work?
Right. So mainly we're talking about our 18th annual parade and festival that happens May 18th. We do other events, and usually we reach out to the people we've worked with before. It's kind of a way that helps support the dance community if we can actually hire people for things. People come to us, oh, do you have a Puerto Rican style of dance, or could you do stepping or some or Pan Asian or whatever in schools, and then so there's that way. But I think your question, Anna, is more about the actual parade and festival, right? Is that
Yes, the dancers who dance in the parade, do they also perform in the festival
yeah?
part with the where you showed in the park? And is
Hmm.
there, but is there two different, well, I didn't see if there, I know you register your name to be in the parade, or no, I don't know if you register. When you register your name, I don't know if I don't know if that guarantees you to be in the parade, but does it all connect? Do the people who are in the parade are also in the festival, or are the two, can you not be in the parade and also be in the and just be in the festival, or be in the parade and not be on the festival? Something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
So generally, we say that the parade is for everyone. It's a participatory event. Um, Groups register for the parade, and then individuals, you could have 500, 1,000 people behind your float or behind your own sound system. That's for everyone. Then it ends at Tompkins Square Park, where the festival begins. That's a five-stage festival with lessons and performances and things. For that, that's a curated event. So we select um, kind of the groups that apply to that, and we ask that, yeah, you should be in the parade in order to do the festival. Now, some groups, when they were quickly filling out their dance parade form, they didn't see the question, are you interested to perform or teach at the festival? So we allow people to do a separate application just for the festival. And then right now, our curation committee is reviewing all of the entries and then giving out the notices about who will be at the festival. We also pay people for their performances quite often, depending on what it is. And yeah, so have you registered for the parade yet, Anna?
I I got this, I think I did, but a long time ago. I
Okay.
registered. I haven't been in the parade, and I got this email, and I was like, "Oh, I'm curious to know more." So I'm here on and on this call.
Yeah.
I think I've been on some virtual meetings with you all, with with you. So my name, I guess I got this, but no, I don't know yet. So I'm just kind of learning here.
Sure. So we have this here. I just put the link in the chat for the parade registration. And then kind of, it asks, are you going to have your own vehicle, or are you going to have wheeled sound? There's no fee to have like, you know, your own non-gas powered sound. So basically, like, you could have a bicycle with speakers on it, or a golf cart maybe because it's electric. And there's an additional fee if there's like a car or a flatbed truck or a bus or something like that. Often people put their sound systems on there. They can make their own floats. They can get a float through us. Um, there's different ways to do that. And then you'll see the question, do you want to be in the festival? And we can check your registration right now to see if you've already signed up. What's the is it
I don't know if
uh-huh.
I might have sent my information somehow because I got your email. So I don't know if
I think
I did
for
something a
this
long time ago.
we may have invited people that were in the parade in the past, or
I've never been in the parade. I
okay.
my information I don't know. I got your email and here I am.
Nice to see
Wow.
you, kind of, or hear
Thank you.
you. What kind of dance do you do? A fusion style, I would imagine.
Yes, yes. A combination of African, flamenco, classical Indian, modern, and Latin.
Wow, amazing.
Thanks.
Our goal is to have 100 unique styles, and every time we hear of like a new group, um, it's so exciting. And I think we're having Nepalese dance come back after a long hiatus, um, among many other types. So it's great. Well, welcome. We can always follow up. I'll put my email in the chat here. I'll put the curation team if people have follow-up questions to the 7-member curation team. That's there. And I can put the link. Does anyone need to separately register for the festival who wants to, like they didn't get to it yet? I can put that in there. Generally, that everyone also completes the festival application at the same time. Great. Any other questions? We really hope we see people in person at the next event, March 10th. And we were tossing up, do we actually have the next meeting on March 7th, which is a Thursday, or do we meet people in person? We haven't had an in-person parade group coordinators meeting in a while, but I love those meetings because it's just, you get different personalities, connected to the different dance styles. It's really nice.
Hi, Greg. I have a question. I have two, actually.
Who's speaking?
This is Reba from RBDC.
Hi, Reba.
Hi. So, first one, I understand your team is still reviewing the applications. Do we have a date by when people get to know?
A notification date. I would think it's they're rolling notifications. So I would say the third week in March
Okay.
is when they start to, basically book the different groups.
Perfect.
But there's a lot of performance slots. So it's a 3 to 8 minute slot on the main stage and community stages. And then if it makes more sense to have like a 1 or 2 hour sort of dance experience in a site specific location, there's that as well. And then there's 45-minute classes that we're looking to do instead of the 30-minute that we've done in the past because we have more space with the building across the street.
Makes sense. Also, I wanted to know, can you explain about the sound pod rentals? Like, what does the contraption look like? Do we have to carry it? Does it already exist?
It's on wheels.
Okay.
I had it in my slideshow briefly, and I just put a link into the chat with, there's a video that you can watch the sound guy move the tripod on wheels. It's pretty easy to move. You just need a iPhone or a smartphone to connect to the speaker.
Okay.
And it's good for at least 200 people. It's a really loud single speaker sound system that will work throughout the parade.
Perfect. Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure. Anyone else have questions? We're coming up on 9:50. This is a good pace. Awesome. Well, I believe I did record this. If people wanted to watch it later, we'll resend around the link. And our production team is available if you have questions. I see Kanami is on from our curation team is on the call. I didn't see your question, Kanami, sorry. But
yeah, it's fine. If you have a brief time after this call, I have some just personal questions for you.
Sure,
So
sure.
yeah, thank you.
Of course. Great. Okay, guys, I think we should wrap the call and then really hope to, I'm going to put one more link for the Eventbrite for the Dance Showcase Gala at Dixon Place. We have 120 seats and still time left to get tickets. $20 tickets. And here's the link. Oh, I have to change it to all. There we go. Great. I'm going to save the chat. And then, so we'll conclude this call. I'll end the recording. Thanks everyone for being here. Really appreciate you. We couldn't do this without the beautiful artists that really make this event possible. And we would love for people to sign the petition at legalizedance.org so we can continue our work and provide more spaces for dancing in New York City.